Jen.
And I'm Jane.
And we're SpielMill.
And this is, I guess, the last video in our collection series.
Yeah, this is it.
So we've done all our big box games, and now we're going to show you our small box games.
Yes, we have a lot of them, so we're going to go real quick.
Yep. So we'll try to fly through this as quickly as possible. It's obviously less shelves, but there's a lot on each shelf.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Ready?
Let's go.
All right. So first up here, we have 2 rooms in a boon. And then we have a small game, 3 to 4 headed monster, which we have not played. We've got Fiver Finding. Then we have Adios Calavera. We've got Alhambra Roll and Write. One game we have not played yet, but really look forward to is Alice is Missing. We've got All Fathomed Out, which has very bad ratings, so we'll see how that goes. Althingi, America's Main Street, Bandada. Bandada was pretty fun. We enjoyed that. We've played most, I think here compared to our big boxes, we've played more. Bang the Dice Game. We've got Baseball Highlights of Dice Game as well as Football Highlights of Dice Game. We got Beer and Bread, Bell of the Ball, and Biblios the Dice Game, Quill and Parchment. So Biblios is really good. So we really enjoyed that. Dropping down here real quick. We've got Bim Bum Bam, which is really kind of a first player game. Got to remember it's here. It's just got different cards for first player. So one example is, some of these are terrible. Who weighs more? That's terrible. Who is more expert with women? Some of these are terrible.
It needs a rewrite. It's a really good idea, but it needs to be redone.
Right. So just, you know how it is. Sometimes you don't know how to choose the first player. So it has a bunch of clever ways to do it. Some of them are good, but a lot of them are crap. All right, Birds of a Feather. We love Birds of a Feather. Funny thing, we backed the new version of Birds of a Feather, but we liked the original better. I think the colors were a little more obvious and stuff like that. We got Blabble, which is a word game, which is pretty neat. Black Sonata. I don't know why the game of Black Sonata is not here, just an expansion. Then we got Blinders. This is kind of a cool wine tasting game. It's not a gamer's game. It's more of just a light game. It's fun to play with friends. And it's a wine tasting game, so you kind of have to try to guess the type of wine. Bloom, which is a decent roll and write. Classic from Uwe, Bonanza. Bold Maid, which is a remake of Old Maid with cool characters, historical figures. Boomerang, we have Europe, Australia, USA, and the original Australia. So we have all the versions of Boomerang. We love Boomerang. We like all the versions. We like it all. Bring Your Own Book. This is a great party game where you bring your own book. And it's kind of like Apples to Apples otherwise, but you read passages from your book to try to match a clue. Okay? And then people judge and decide who did the best. Then we have Bob of the Ninth, which is a baseball game. Doesn't get talked about as much, but it's pretty decent. Brew Crafters, the travel card game, so not the regular Brew Crafters. Pretty decent game. Brick Party. What was Brick Party? It was a party
Legos.
game. Legos. Okay.
You have to build something out of Legos without seeing the shape. Somebody's describing it to you.
And then we have Brilliant or BS. All right, why don't you take over, Jen?
Okay. We have Bristol 1350, which we have not played. This is a social deduction game, and we just haven't had the right group at the right time. We have Broom Service, the card game. We've got The Builders, Antiquity. We've got Burgle Brothers, which is a very big game in a very small box. Love this game. And then here, all of these, this is our Button Shy collection. I am not going to go through that because we have pretty much all of the Button Shy games. So just know that all the Button Shy games that exist are here. Down here we have Can't Stop Express, a wild game where maybe I've gotten above 0 once or twice in the many times we've played it. Cardline Globetrotters. We've got several of the card adventure games in that series. We've got Cat Cafe, a lot of roll and writes over here. Castles of Burgundy, the dice game. This is actually really good. I really like this game, especially when we could only play roll and writes. It feels like castles, you know. I mean, it's a roll and write, but feels like it. Categorical. Cave versus Cave, another Uwe game. Oh, these should maybe be over with the Uwe games, but they're just going to stay here. Choose Your Own Adventure, War with the Evil Power Master, Christmas Lights, Citadels, Clip Cut Parks, Colossus. This is another game that actually is a really tiny box, but a really solid game. Copenhagen Roll and Write, Corinth, Crow's Overkill, Community Garden, worth pulling this out. I love the Tessa Collective. Their games are really awesome. And Dandelions. Higher shelf here are these one-off games from the Deadbolt Mystery Society. Jane got me a subscription one year. These are one-offs. We still have a lot to go through, but they're mystery games. And we have... Well,
that was when I got really sick and we couldn't play them.
We did a couple. It was right as Jane was getting really, really sick, and then we stopped all gaming altogether. So these we ended up eventually stopping the subscription because we couldn't do them anymore. But maybe we'll get through them and pick it back up. But these are great. Down here we have the Deadeye, which we have not played. That one's unplayed. Deadly Doodles, nice little roll and write. I have to pull this out. Deck of Wonders, which we have not done anything with yet. I'm not even sure what it is. Another roll and write. Delicious. Dialect. This is a really interesting game about language, which I look forward to looking at. Dice cards. You're right, there are quite a few in here that aren't played. I thought we played most of them. We have a much higher play ratio of these, though. Dice Throne. We have Santa versus Krampus. This is the only version of Dice Throne we own. Diner. Fun little game. This is Doggo Dash. Dominoes. You gotta have some dominoes. Don't Get Got. This is one we just got off our shelf for shame. Don't go in there. Draftosaurus. Drawn to Adventure and Drinking Quest. Another game for drinking.
Right, we're going to do the last two rows, and I'm going to have to pull these out to make this work. All right, so Dungeon Party. This is kind of a dungeon crawl, light dungeon crawl kind of game that you can play at a bar. Dwarven Beer Fest. We like our booze-related games, apparently. Easy Beasy Travel Agency from Dice Hate Me Games. We've got a little one-off Echoes the Cocktail audio mystery game we have not played yet. We've got Encore, a roll and write we love. Haven't played it in a while, but we do love it. Entropy, which we've played as well. It's a pretty decent game. We have 2 copies of it. I don't know. We've got Escape, the roll and write. This is a decent roll and write based on the Escape game from Queen Games. We've got an exit game here that we haven't played, The Forgotten Island. We've got Exquisite Crime, which last I checked did not have a BGG entry. That always bothers me. I always want a BGG entry so I can log my plays. Then we got Explorers, which is a pretty cool roll and write from Phil Walker Harding, I believe. Yep. Things are falling. Then we got The Extraordinary Adventures of Baron Munchausen. And this is basically a book-based game, so I don't know how that works. And we got Fallen Angels. Then on the bottom row, we've got Fallen, which is a little real-time game that you can play with a large group. It's actually pretty fun. I played it and enjoyed it, and then I got it. Then we got Fictionaire, which is kind of, I think I got this from Days of Wonder. Yeah, and it's just like a little party game. Several packages. We haven't opened it yet, but we have played this online. This is Fika. This is based on a Swedish tradition of drinking coffee in the afternoon. Fire in the Library, which is a really fun push your luck game. We got The Fittest, which is another one from Dice Hate Me Games, which we have not played. We've had that forever too. I don't know why we haven't played it. Fleet the Dice Game, which we love. A big, very popular game around here. Floor Plan. This is the Winchester Mystery House. We also have the regular floor plan. We like both. Then we got, this is a really good little solo game called For Northwood. The Foreign King. This is a pretty solid game. Force Shuffle. Jen's obsessed with this, but I like it as well. Fox in the Forest. We have both the duet version and the regular version. So one's cooperative and one's competitive. Trick-taking game. French Quarter, which is the newest one from Ben Pinchback, Matt Riddle, and Adam Hill. Really good game. Really enjoyed that. We just talked about it in one of our Shelf of Shame videos. We got Friday, which is a really cool solo game. And last but not least in this row, Fugitive from Tip Towers, which we have not played.
I should bring over the little footstool for this one, but I'll reach. So we've got a game about drawing creatures from Bez, and we've got Funster. I don't even know what that is. That one I have not played. We've got Get on Board, another roll and write, which we really enjoy. Gift of Tulips, Glasgow. This is one of those games. It's a small box game, but there's a lot of game in this box. Glitch Squad, Grove, lovely little solo game. I know James played a lot more than I have. Half Truth. We've got Hanabi. Some of these are falling open. Hanamakoji. We've got Happy Salmon, one of my favorite games. I love to play this at work. If you've got a stressful job, this is a great game to play in the middle of the day to release some tension. Herbalism. Okay, Hex Roller. We've got High Society. We've got, you know what this is. Yep, Hungry Life. And Holly Jolly, a great Christmas based card game. Down here we have Hunted. We've got this
Christmas version?
Yeah, the Christmas version, which for some reason we have 2 copies of.
Yeah.
We have 2 copies of the Christmas version.
On our part, we accidentally ordered 2.
We accidentally ordered 2. It sounded like a great game we had to have. We got the rest of the Hunted series over there. We've got Illusion. This is a game you don't hear a lot about anymore, but it's kind of fun to play with friends and family. Imperial Settlers Roll and Write. We've got the little card game. Oh, this is on our Shelf of Opportunity. This has to be our next small box game. Oh, you're right. It's the other one. Remember Our Trip is the other one. Okay. We got In Front of the Elevators. I got confused about what I was pulling off the shelf. We've got Innovation. We've got Explore and Draw. Isle of Trains, another Dice Hate Me games. Japanese, the game. This was a Kickstarter I backed. I was interested because it's like learn Japanese by playing the game. I still haven't played it though. Just One, of course, a fabulous game. King Domino, also a fabulous game and classic. We've got King Domino Duel. Now, you might say, why would you want King Domino and the roll and write, right? But if you can't get out of your chair and the only thing you have are roll and writes, this is actually a really good implementation of King Domino. We've got Ketos. We've got Kitty Cataclysm. And then we've got 3 copies of Not Dice. Actually, it's there's a couple different versions, but we've got all the versions of Not Dice, which is a game we really enjoy, and we also recently talked about in our March games.
And you can play more with more players with more sets, so that's why we have more sets.
These are, and then we've got Button Shy games that we have not filed yet. These have just come in recently, and we need to get those in the box.
All right, next up we've got Kodama, which we really enjoy. We had Kodama Duo, but we got rid of it just because we didn't need to keep both. Kokoro, Avenue of the Kodama. This is a roll and write that's actually pretty fun. La Mancha, we have not played this one yet, but I'm very excited to. It's a story-based game. Lab Notes, which is a roll and write based on the game Compounded. That came in pretty recently. We have not gotten to the table yet. Then we have The Labors of Hercules. We have not played that. Lanterns Dice we haven't played. So little running games we haven't played, even though we've played most of these. Leaders of Euphoria we haven't played. This is the Lexicon game, which we have not played. Letter Jam, which we have played, just played it recently. Light in the Mist, which is a puzzle game, a one-off. We have to get to this table. The other games we've played from these people have all been fantastic. So let me get that back in there. Then we got Llama, which is the box is coming open, so I'm not pulling it off the shelf. And we have London After Midnight. I'm surprised we kept this. We didn't love it that much. We got Lost Cities. We've got Lord of the Dead, which is a postcard game. And Lost Cities the roll and write. So we have Lost Cities, the card game, and Lost Cities roll and write. Then back down here, we have several versions of Letta. Of course, we had to have the princess version. We've got a Christmas version, the regular version. We've got the game Lucia, which is based on a Swedish Noel celebration. Lupus and Tabula, which is werewolf. We've got a game called Mahola, which is about the game of Native American dance. Okay, how's that? Mantis Falls, which we just got off the shelf of Opportunity, and we enjoyed it. It's a hidden role game, which isn't our core preference. The Mind, which we recently played with Jen's cousin. Maquis, which is a great solo game based on French resistance during World War II. Then we have the Mariana Trench, which is a little small game that's pretty fun. Marrying Mr. Darcy, we've had a lot of fun with this. It's a very light game and very luck heavy, but it's fun. Then we have Masters Gallery from Reiner Knizia, which I believe is somehow related to modern art, I believe. Then we have this pack. This is actually 5 different games. So one of them is 15 Days. One of them is Space Launch. Rebus is another. It's called the Matchbox Collection. So if you are familiar with it, that's what that is. And these are just new rules for it. Mechanical Beast, which we have not played yet. Medici, the dice game, which we have played. I enjoy it solo mostly. I thought we played a 2-player and it wasn't that interesting. But solo, I enjoyed it. This is a cool game we haven't played yet, but it's called Amending, and it's basically a sewing game. And it's pretty cool. And then we have this. This is a pretty cool project Jordan Draper was involved with, where the idea was they were going to do a bunch of them. They ended up only doing this one, I think. And this one's called Metal, and all the components are metal. So the idea was to do one with all wood, and et cetera, et cetera. So then we have the Mash Up menu. I think we've only played this once, but we have played it. Metro X, which we implemented as a roll and write, that we played quite a few times. Modern Art, which I have not played in years and years. It's not really our cup of tea, and I think it needs 3. Let me verify. Yep. And then we have Modern Art. See, we have 2 versions. And then we got Monikers, multiple versions of Monikers, which is one of our favorite party games. Then we have Moon, which we have not played yet. This is from Sinister Fish Games, so pretty cool. And lastly on this shelf, we have Moonflight, which is a deck deconstruction game. Deck builder and deconstructor, actually. We enjoyed it. We've only played it a couple times, but it was interesting.
Okay, moving on. We have Motor City, which we recently... No, I'm sorry, I was thinking French Quarter. Motor City, again, one of the games from Ben Pinchback and Matt Riddle. We've got Mr. Cabbagehead's Garden, which is fabulous. It can be played solo. It can be played with 2 people. The art is weird and wild, and I love it. We've got My City with the roll and write. We've got Nasi, which we have not played.
Yes, we have.
Oh, you're right. We have. This is a Coyote and Crow dice game. Nantucket. Actually, I really love this little game. It is, again, packs a lot of play, a lot of punch into this little tiny game. We've got Word Nerd Science, Next Station London, Now Boarding, which we've been playing a lot of on BGA. So much so it makes me want to get it back to the table. We've got Over Cheerleaders, Oh My Goods. This is another one that is a whole ton of game in a tiny little box. And Ofredados, which we have not played. We go to the bottom shelf. We have On Tour, Paris and New York. We have One Deck Dungeon and One Deck Galaxy. I really, really love this series. I played this early on. It was my first solo game. One of my first solo games. Maybe not the first one, but love that game. We've got Orchard, which is the next game after Grove.
Predecessor, actually.
Oh, the predecessor. Okay. I can't remember which one came first. Grove was first. The Oregon Trail card game, got this at Target. It's probably kind of a terrible game, but we had so much fun playing this game. I was really shocked that we enjoyed it as much as we did. Pack-O Games. I know this has been on Kickstarter recently. There's some really, really good games in here. All the games are the size of a pack of gum. And we really like them. I think, what's the one? Oh, Squirrel, or Nut rather. Nut is a really, really solid game. We've got Palm Island. This can be played in the water if you want, which is kind of a clever gimmick. We've got Paperback, which we have played. We've got Paper Dungeons, which I really, really enjoyed. We've played that one. Papillon, I want to say Papillon, which just came in recently, so we have not played that yet. We've got Paris, La Cité de la Lumière. We've played that one. Pass the Pigs. Not even sure why we kept it, but we did and we have it. It's kind of a funny game. It's pretty fun. We've got Patchwork. It's our only version of Patchwork, and it is the Halloween game. Which is good, because you know what? We have a lot of spooky games, but none that are specifically like, hey, this is a Halloween game. And then we've got our penny paper. We've got 3 of the penny papers. These are nice little roll and writes. And with that, we're going to pop on up to the next shelf.
Okay, over here is our new shelf. We've got Pie Factory. And then after that, we have Pirate Party, which we backed on Kickstarter. We got Pittsburgh 68, which we have not gotten to the table yet. And then we have another one we haven't gotten to the table yet. Well, this is Pixel Legends. We've actually played Pixel Glory. This is we have both. So the Pixel Legends was a Kickstarter that looked like it was going to fail, and it was saved by another publisher, which is great. Politics, which we have not played. And these are various postcard games. I guess we have them here under postcard. Then we have a small game from Jordan Draper called Praise, which is kind of a clever little theme. We've got Problem Picnic, which is a fun little dexterity game from Scott Holmes. We've got Project Dreamscape, which is actually a pretty decent little game. This is one we got not too long ago. Psychic Pizza Delivery. Go to the Ghost Town. We haven't played this yet. Next up, we have Push It, which is basically shuffleboard, and you can bring this to the bar. That's the idea. This is the Queen's Collection, which is a little game from Queen Games. It's supposed to be not very good, but we'll find out. Quinto, Quicks, Travel Quirkle, and last but not least, Quicks itself on that shelf. I'm going to flip around here and do the next shelf. We have Railroad Ink, like all of it. Very fun. We really enjoyed that. Rogers of the Gauges, the dice game. We've got The Forgotten Road, Last Stronghold. These are all part of the Realm of Shadows, which is a game we haven't played yet, but we did back on Kickstarter. Roar and Write, another Roll and Write we liked. We have Roll Through the Ages. We have both the Bronze Age and the Iron Age. We do like those. Resist, which is a pretty cool solo game. And last but not least on this shelf, we have Revolution Timeline, which is about the Mexican Revolution. And it's basically a timeline game, so you put the events in order.
Okay, we have Rise Up. This is a game from Tessa Collective. It is okay as a game, but we love the theme, so that one's a keeper. We've got Rome from, of course, Ryan Lockett. We've got Rocky Road a la Mode from Green Couch Games. We've got Roll and Write. This actually is a really good Roll and Write. You don't hear a lot about it, but this is really good. We've got Roll Quest, we haven't played. We've got Rolling Ranch, which is, I mean, it's okay. It's fine, but it's pretty simple Roll and Write. Rolling Realms, which is the, if you haven't heard about this, this is actually really cool. This is a bunch of mini games, all roll and write. They're all on like card size, like little cards. You roll the dice, you pick 3 of the cards, to play. Each one's its own game, and then you roll the dice, and there's a couple rounds, and you try to maximize your score. But the clever thing is, they're all games that started just as games from the Stonemaier collection. So there's like a Wingspan card, and a Scythe card, and a Viticulture card. But now they've added a bunch of others. So this is a lot of fun. It's pretty meta for gamers. We've got Rolling Seas, a really wonderful roll and write. These are actually literally just runes. So they probably don't belong on a game shelf, but they fit there. An actual rune set, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Rune and Write. We've got Roll to the Top. We've been playing this a lot on BGA. Really fun. We've got Sail, which sounds really good, and I almost bought it for Jane for her birthday before I realized we actually already had it. Yep. We've got Sail to India. We've got Salem. We've got Scout, of course, fabulous game. You probably all know that and have played it. Really love that game. We've got Scribbly Gum, that is from Phil Walker Harding and his Joey line. We've got Second Chance, which is a game from Uwe Rosenberg. I forgot, we've got like 3 or 4 Uwe Rosenbergs over here. They're not on the Uwe shelf. Seven Bridges. I love this game. We love this game. We've played so much of this game. It was on Kickstarter. Okay, we've got Shipwreck Arcana. We've got Sign, which is really interesting. It's a game based on American Sign Language. We've got Silver and Gold. Fabulous game. It's falling open. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versions of Similo. We have most of them that you can have. We love to play this game with our friends and family. It's a lot of fun. We've got Sleuth, and we've got Snapshot. And I was going to say that's it, but nope. Slap 45 stuck in there in the corner.
Okay, we're going to do the last couple shelves here. This is going to be some work. So we've got So Clover. Then we got Space Cats Fight Fascism. I can't get that one out. Spires is next. Spire's End, I should say. Then this game is in a chocolate bag. And it is... Oh, it's... We play tested this. It's based on the Christmas Carol. And it's a pretty fun little cooperative game. We've got Soccer 17 down here. We've got, this is a really good game. This is the predecessor to Fort. So if you've heard of Fort, SPQF was what it's based on. So that's very hipster of us to have SPQF, but we do. I skipped over a solo game here called Spirits of Eden. Jen showed Colossus earlier. It's the same person who does that. We got Streets from Sinister Fish Games. Voila. There's a little loose pack promo here. Then we have Sun, Moon, and Stars. It's kind of a simple little card game, but I really enjoy it. Then we have a bunch of super skilled pinballs. So I'll just pull one out. This is the Ramp It Up box. But we got 4 boxes of super skilled pinball. And this one was a pretty cool game, Surrealist Dinner Party. We like this one a lot. So we got one more row at the bottom here. And we have Sink or Swim. We're very excited to play this game. Then we have Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza, which we've heard good things about. A classic Tally Ho, which we play a lot online as well on Yakata. Tarji, which we played once, but I was not doing very well health-wise. And didn't enjoy it because I was not doing well health-wise. But we're going to give it another go. 10, which I did enjoy even though I was not doing well health-wise. 3 Sisters. Again, Ben Pitchback, Matt Riddle. Very good game. Ticket to Ride Amsterdam. This is the only one of the small ticket rides we have. We don't care for the small version as much, but this was okay. We're going to keep one. Then we have our Timelines games. We have multiple of these. And we also have card lines. And then we have our Tiny Epic games. So we got Tiny Epic Pirates, Tiny Epic Zombies, Tiny Epic Galaxies, and Tiny Epic Crimes.
All right, I'm back on the floor for the last shelf. Okay, so over here we have all of the Jordan Draper games. I think they were alphabetized with Tokyo. I guess
They're all called Tokyo something.
They're all called Tokyo something. Yep. It's the Tokyo series. So we got all of that here. We've got Trails, which we just played. Actually, that wasn't the one we played recently. Trails of Tucana, a just prima wonderful roll and write. If you haven't played it, try it. Trombone, a game we really like. You're putting out cards of tableau and getting on the train. We've got Tranquility. We have Trap Words, another game we purchased after playing online at an online convention. We've got Trek 12. This is a really good roll and write, and there's even like a legacy version, which is really cool. We enjoyed that. We have Truck Off and Truck Off roll and write. Just a fun theme there. We have, we've got Tumbletown, and then here on the end, whoops, upside down. We've got Tumbletown, and here on the end, which you can't see, we have Twinkle and Ugly Christmas Sweaters. What a great theme for a game, and it's actually a really fun game. Down here on the next shelf, we have Ulus, we have Unpub, Unreal Estate. Really, actually liked Unreal Estate. We are, we're gonna keep that one. Could have gotten rid of it, but I like it. We've got, what is this? Verona, Council of Verona. We played that a while ago. We need to give it another play before we decide whether we want to keep it. But again, it's not taking up much real estate, so whatever. We've got Dice Kingdoms of Valeria. Love this roll and write. We've got Villagers. This is a tiny box game with a big footprint. We like those. We've got Vowel. Have we played this one?
Yep.
I don't remember it.
Board game.
I don't remember it. We'll have to play that again. We've got Vi. We've got A Walk in the Park. We've got Warehouse 51. We have We Can Play. I think this is a really simple game, but really love the feminist nature of this. So we've got Weird Little Elf. It's a weird little game. It's great for Christmas time, end of the night or beginning of the night warm-up game. We've got Dino World Roll and Write. Really enjoy this one. Oh, is this one online? Really feel like I should be. I'm not going to take Welcome to off the shelf because it's all going to fall apart, but we have Welcome to, we have Welcome to the Moon, we have a bunch of the expansions to Welcome to. We just saw Tea and Games show the deluxe Welcome to, and now I kind of really want it, although I don't think we're going to buy it. We've got Werewords, probably my favorite of the series in the social deduction games. We've got Wibble Plus Plus. We've had a lot of fun with this with friends and family. And then the very last shelf, which you can't see, but it's okay because there's only 3 games down here. There's Worderific, there's World Wildlife Web, and there's Yahtzee. Yahtzee. Now what you can kind of see, and what we'll just take a minute here to show you, and maybe we'll do a bigger tour of this later, is we just hung up all of these drawers, which I'll take the camera up and show you in a minute, but we have lots of metal money and resources and things like that, so we've got them all in here and we've got them labeled. So like here's Dead Reckoning, here's SPQF, which Jane just showed you, Tiny Epic Pirates has its own coins. So we've got all of our metal coins. We don't put them in the game because sometimes if we're playing a game that doesn't have metal coins, we'll pull out this because we're really spoiled children and we don't like a game if it doesn't, we don't like to play with, you know, cardboard money. Cardboard money is for the peasants. We like the metal money. So, you know, here are the rest of them. Like I said, we got 2. We're going to probably end up with at least 2, maybe more drawers, containers full of metal money. And then we've got our Gloomhaven resources up here. So we have things like the, you know, the walls, which I painted some of them. But we got the 3D walls and bookshelves and everything for the game. And then over here,
we've got things like wood.
Yep, we've got our deluxe resources, and we'll be putting all of our deluxe resources over there so we can always have deluxe resources. And we've got extra components and plastic bags in there.
Yep.
When we bought a house, that was the one thing I said I wanted. I mean, aside from a giant game room, was somewhere that we could have all of our money and stuff accessible. And we do.
Yep.
And that's it. That's our collection.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for watching.
If you want a more detailed look at our like metal coins and stuff, let us know. We'll do another video.
Yeah.
But remember,
every day that you game
is a holiday.